Good morning, you scurvy rats. Sorry about that. Anyway, welcome to this new, very special video on the channel where we will be starting a brand new series, the A to Z achievement hunt thing list. Look, if you have a better name for it, I'm all ears. You can drop it in the comments. I don't know. This is the best I could come up with. So, as the name implies, we will try to get every single achievement in EU4 in alphabetical order. Now I know what you're thinking. You're crazy, and you're right, but you're probably also thinking that it's gonna be kind of weird, and difficult trying to get every single one in order, because even if you're not trying to get a specific achievement, just by playing the game you usually unlock some random achievements, and that's fine, but in order to make some sense out of this, we need to set some rules. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we go further. There will be no gameplay in this video, just so you know, because this video is gonna be long enough as it is already, and this will be a great opportunity for me to get feedback from you guys on this series before I actually start my first campaign, so be sure to leave those comments. I would really appreciate your input on this, because as you can probably tell, this is a very big commitment, and it's gonna be a long journey, so I want to make sure I get it right for you guys. So yeah, so here we are on the EU4 wiki, and here we have a list of all of the achievements in game sorted in an alphabetical order. And as you can see, the first achievement on our list is a blessed nation. As a Coptic nation, gain all 5 blessings. Now, in order to make this easier for myself mainly, I'm gonna set a goal so that for every campaign we start, I'm gonna try to go for as many achievements as possible that make sense for us to go in that particular run, if that makes sense. So let me try to explain. For example, well, actually before we do that, I'm gonna explain to you what country we're gonna play as today and my reasoning behind that. So you would probably think that for this achievement we would want to start as a Coptic nation, but as you can see, these achievements have some notes here which kind of give you some, I don't know, guidance, advice on how to achieve them, and that's pretty cool. So while I was reading the notes on the very first achievement here, player can start as a Muslim nation such as the Ottomans and switch religion by rebels. This kind of gave me an idea. So what if we start as the Ottomans for our very first campaign, and then, since we're starting as the Ottomans, and which are arguably the strongest country at the beginning of the game, especially with domination, that gives us a chance to go for all of the Ottoman-centric achievements as well in this same campaign. So I have a list over here, which I made by looking through these achievements and basically doing a Control F and searching for the Ottomans and seeing what we can include in our first campaign. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of achievements here that we can probably do in one campaign. So we start off with a blessed nation, which is fine. We can leave this on the back burner until the late game, and you'll see why in a minute. So we can also probably do a decent reserve, because, you know, we're playing as the Ottomans, and yeah, same as these are some smaller achievements that I thought, yeah, we're most definitely gonna get them while playing as the Ottomans, right? So I'm just gonna Control F and then Blockader, for example. Yeah, blockade at least 10 ports of one enemy. We can easily do that as against the Mamluks, as it even says here. Anyway, those are some smaller achievements. But for example, we can go for Dar al-Islam. I'm gonna move this over here. So as you can see, we can definitely do this as the Ottomans. Let's see, what else? So I put here definitely the Sultan of Rum as well. I marked it as maybe on my list, because it's not mandatory that we do it as the Ottomans right now, because we can also do it as Rum whenever that time comes that we have to play as them, because it will most definitely happen at some point. So already we have a a couple of big-ish achievements, but while we're at it, we could also go for Mare Nostrum, especially since we can take advantage of the Aelitz system with the Ottomans. And keep in mind, our very first achievement requires us to be a Coptic nation, and Coptics are Christians. And if we do convert to Coptic, then we will be eligible to form the Roman Empire. See how that works out? It was meant to be. Now, if we're going for Mare Nostrum, then why not go for Mehmet's ambition as well? Right? They basically go hand in hand. We have to conquer the borders of the Ottoman Empire, of the Roman Empire. Now this is most likely the hardest achievement on the list for our campaign today. Not because it's impossible, but because of the time limit. We have to do this before the 1500s. So this is most likely going to be our main focus of the campaign at the beginning, or for the foreseeable future, and only then we can see if we can do all the other achievements on our list. Let's see what else we have here. We have Parisian Pasha. Again, if we go for the Roman Empire, then this again goes hand in hand with it. Trade Hegemon. Again, if we're gonna form the Roman Empire, then going after these three provinces at the end of our campaign or whatever isn't going to be a big deal. And lastly, we have Why is the Rum Gone? Now, the only reason why I included this here is basically because of this text here. It's kind of cheesy. It's a cheesy strategy, and that's why I wrote it here as maybe, because we might do it at the end of our campaign just to get it out of the way, because I mean, if we're gonna form the Roman Empire, we're gonna be almost there anyway, so we might as well do this as well. But again, this is not very high on my priority list for this campaign. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup for our very first campaign. And now keep in mind, while playing, we might also unlock some random achievements, because, you know, as you do. Let me see if I can find one here for an example. I don't know, maybe this, a pile of gold. Maybe we will own 10 gold provinces, or maybe this, aggressive expander, own 200 provinces. Maybe we'll unlock that too, I don't know. But point is, if we do unlock some extra achievements, then the more the merrier, you know what I mean? It's the cherry on top. It makes our life easier for our next achievements. Because remember, there are 354 achievements in this game. So this series is gonna be very long. Especially since, as you can see, our first campaign has a lot of goals. This is probably not gonna make it all into one video. This is probably gonna be multiple parts. So yeah, but there is one last thing to address. As you may have probably thought already, you may have been wondering, I have been playing this game for a while now, I think from 2014, almost when the game released. So I already have a lot of these achievements unlocked. Well, not a lot of them, but I have quite a few. So we need to do something about that. We need to fix that, because I want to start from a clean slate. I want to see all those achievements pop up in Steam and feel satisfied about ourselves. So we're gonna have to take care of that, and I'll show you how in a bit. Okay guys, so here's what I'm talking about. So here's my Steam. Let's go over to EU4, and here are all of my achievements that I have gotten since I started playing this game, all the way back in 2014 apparently. As you can see, I only have 88 out of 354 achievements, so not that many, all things considered, because honestly I never really was much of an achievement hunter, but that should work to our advantage actually, because, well, it's gonna be the first time I'm ever attempting these achievements, so we'll see how that goes. Now, as a side note, these achievements here, the Buddhist Strike Back, Land of Eastern Jade, Cotton Candy, Hanukkah Mutapa, these I'm not gonna delete, because these are achievements that I went for and I unlocked in my previous 2 videos here on the channel, so I see no reason to actually reset them and having to play basically the same campaign again to get them. I can easily just add those 2 videos to this new playlist that we're gonna start today basically. So I'm gonna remove all of them except for these here. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of multiculturalism as well, I think. Some of these other achievements I also unlocked during those two campaigns, but they weren't the main focus of the video, so I'm just gonna keep those. So, gonna go over here to the console, and as you can see, I already did a test to see if this method actually works, and it does work. So all we have to do basically is just get the IDs of all of the achievements that I have. So I have a list over here. So the next one that's a Grand Navy. So gonna replace that ID over there, and there we go, it's gone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for the rest of them. I'm not gonna bore you with this process, and I'll be right back. Okay, that took way longer than I thought it was gonna take, but we got there. Let's just double check everything is in order. Yes, looks like it. Let's see my achievements. It did not actually okay, let me restart Steam actually. Yes, it worked. Wonderful. So, as I said, I just kept the achievements from our previous two videos, as I see no point in redoing them again. And yeah, look at all these achievements that we're gonna have to get through. Oh boy. What am I getting myself into? Hopefully into an epic journey, but that remains to be seen. This is the end of the video. If you've reached this far, then you have my sincere thanks. And if you continue to watch past this point, then that tells me that you probably give a damn about what happens on this channel and to this channel. So because of that, I'm gonna take this opportunity to address the elephant in the room, which is my absence. It has been 9 months since my last upload, which is freaking crazy when you think about how fast time flies sometimes. But yeah, basically life happened again, and more than that, I also kind of lost my motivation to make content again, mainly because I was stuck in this mental loop of trying to figure out what kind of content I should make and what kind of content I want to make, and I couldn't really come up with an answer until very recently, I guess, when I got the idea for this series, because this series is gonna be a big commitment, and that's something I wanted to do as well. Basically deleting all of my Steam achievements, that's a pretty big thing to put on the line, so that should tell you, hopefully, that I'm committed to continuing this channel. I want to continue this channel. The main problem I face sometimes is, obviously, the EU4 content is the most popular and most attractive content for you guys, for the viewers. And, you know, sometimes I just get burnt out from playing EU4 so much. And, you know, besides playing it, I also have to edit hours and hours of footage of EU4. And I think that's also one of the main reasons why I kind of got demotivated to make new videos. So that's why I'm also thinking of diversifying my content a bit. I want to try making some commentary videos about other games as well. Maybe like some retrospective videos about some video games that I really enjoy. Stuff like that. So I would really appreciate if you guys would tell me if that's something you would be interested in watching, because that's the main thing that stops me from going out and trying it, because I'm not sure how well it's gonna get received, and I know they require a lot of work, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be worth it, if everyone here on this channel is expecting to see just EU4 and that's it, which is fine, but yeah. That's basically where I am right now mentally. So yeah, expect some new EU4 videos very soon. I'm gonna wait a few days to see your feedback on this video, and then go ahead and start my campaign with the Ottomans as we discussed here in this video. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.